guys, as you can imagine, I am not in Iowa anymore. I am on a road trip with Flat Broke Outdoors.
Hey.
We left Iowa this morning about 10:30, and we are, I don't know how many hundred feet above the White River in Arkansas. Probably, are we in Ozark National Forest?
Right on the edge of it, not quite in it here.
Right on the edge of the Ozark National Forest. And as luck would have it, we got here right before dark. All right, I'll make a video sometime or another. Hey, welcome back to the channel, guys. I don't know if you saw my short from last night. Obviously, I'm not in Iowa. Long story short, if you looked at the short I did, you'd know I was in Arkansas last night. We were about, I looked 500 or 600 feet on a bluff above the White River, somewhere around Calico Rock, between there and Mountain View. So I got up this morning, me and Flat Broke Outdoors, went and ate breakfast, checked out, Mountain View for a little bit. And then I jumped in this fine specimen of a truck over here, this Chevrolet Colorado, which was my reasoning for going to Arkansas. Blaine drove to Arkansas in this truck, picked me up. We drove back to Arkansas. I spent the night there. He stayed. I got in the truck and was headed back to Iowa. Well, my main mission for even coming here, well, other than getting the truck, but I figured since I was here, I'd stop at the headquarters from Mark Twain National Forest and get me a America the Beautiful pass. If you're a veteran or Gold Star family or disabled veteran especially, you can get an America the Beautiful pass for free. So I got there before they closed for lunch, got my pass. I said, well, instead of going on to Iowa tonight, I'm going to camp somewhere, because before I left, I had actually packed my, I threw a sleeping bag, an air mattress, and a small tent in the truck. And then I packed my backpack with everything I'd need. Not everything I would need, but enough to get by if I stayed one night somewhere. All my stuff's blown away. So actually what I got in there is an emergency preparedness ration, a Stanley boil and brew, Ziploc bag full of coffee, and my backpacking stove. So that ought to get me through one night. But I'd love to tell you where I'm at, but I don't know. Let me turn you around here and I'll show you. I have a Missouri map. I have a motor vehicle use map for the Mark Twain National Forest, Houston/Raleigh unit, which I'm somewhere on that. And I have a GPS on my phone. I have Google Maps. I have, you name it. I have everything but a damn signal. I don't know. If this video never gets posted, it'll be because of a Sam Squinch got me, or one of those big-eared banjo playing kids. But I'm at the dead end of a road, or I think it's a dead end, and it looks like a trailhead, but looks like a pretty cool little creek right here. It I don't have anything to fish with, and I don't believe it's deep enough to fish in. But I tell you what, if well, first off, I got to find a campsite, because I got a sneaking suspicion this is actually a trailhead right here, and I'm not going to camp there, but just, I mean, not even 25 yards up the road, there is a campsite, it looks like. But then I'm going to find me a hole in this creek big enough for me to get my big ass in, and jump in there and cool off real quick, jump out, spray down with off or some kind of bug repellent, whatever I brought, because I know I did bring some. I grabbed it when I was getting stuff out of the van. But no problem with me disclosing this location, because I don't know. All right, guys, let me get this shut off and I'll find somewhere to camp and I'll get back with you. All right, guys, this is where we're at. It's just me and the mosquitoes. I've got the truck over there, and Blaine came up with an interesting theory. he thought perhaps that tent I brought with me, it is, well, it's actually one I got from him. He ended up with two of them. It's a nature hike, supposed to be a 3-man tent, but it's not that big. He had the theory that this tent would actually sit in the back of this truck. We're going to try it because I'll tell you, the mosquitoes are tough out here. We didn't stay in the original spot, didn't even get to take a dip in the creek. It was a little too creepy for me. The closest camp spot there, I found a small tent with a pair of little girls' knee boots in it, you know, rubber boots, a sleeping bag, a coat, and I don't know what else is in there. I just uh, poked around at it to make sure there wasn't no skeletal remains in there, and I got out of there. But when I get a phone signal or get back to town, I'll make some inquiries as to whether they got any, you know, small girls missing. But it's just odd that the whole tent and clothes and everything would be there. Well, I say clothes, a coat and a sleeping bag and boots. But we are out here in the middle of no damn where. And as soon as I say that, I hear a car. Oh, yeah, you can see them way through the bushes over there. But we're not going to worry about them. We're going to try to get that fire started in a minute. There's a little junk in that fire pit. I will clean it out. Scratch around here and find some firewood. The only thing I did stop and buy for this excursion, I stopped at Harbor Freight and picked up a hatchet and a pack of those foam mats they sell. There's like 4 to a package. But I knew I was going to be camping on the rocks. And first of all, I don't have nothing to drive tent stakes with. So I thought the hatchet would do double duty for that. And the rubber pads, I'm going to put under my air mattress because I know it's not thick enough for all these rocks. Right now, I got to do something to smoke the bugs off of me. So I'll get back with you in a little bit. All right, guys, it's a good thing I bought that hatchet to drive tent stakes with. This thing is so dull, you would not believe it. When I get it home, I'm going to have to do some serious work to it. I don't know if you probably can't tell how dull it is. There's a downed tree over there, and I had to beat those branches off of it. But I got to go get some more stuff. All right, guys, I'll get back with you. Hopefully, we'll have a fire going. All right, folks, Blaine might be a genius. That thing fit in the back of that truck perfect. I haven't put the rain fly on yet, but I got a feeling I should because I think we are going to get some thunderstorms tonight. The trail coming in here off of that road is pretty much rock. I don't think we'll have any problem no matter how much it rains. but I'm gonna get that sleeping pad inflated. I got my Harbor Freight mats under it. That seems like it's gonna work. And get my sleeping bag thrown in there and let it air out a little bit. And we'll scratch around and find something for dinner. All right, guys, welcome back. We have got the tent set up, got the air mattress blown up, got the Harbor Freight locked together pads stuck in there under the air mattress, sleeping bags in there airing out, power stations in there with a fan hooked to it, charging everything. This is what we brought for supper. They're humanitarian daily rations. It says a gift from the United States. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because, to be honest with you, I'm hungry and I'm tired. It has been a long 2 days. There's a bunch of videos out there on these things. Just look up HDRs or humanitarian daily rations. And I believe about the time I got these and was going to shoot a video with them, Crazy Quady did one. So I thought, well, everybody think I was copying off of him. But anyway, it's not the focus of this video. I guess the focus of this video is you ain't got to have all your stuff to go camping. It would be nice to have my van out here with everything at my fingertips with completely stocked cupboards and a refrigerator running, but we're going to do what we can with these. And we got crackers. Unfrosted brown sugar pastries. And when you take these out of this package, they're actually in a Pop-Tart package. So they really are Pop-Tarts. Got, what the world we got there? Feels soft, whatever it is. Oh, a shortbread cookie. And when you really feel it, it's not soft. It's hard as a, anyway, shortbread cookie. Pack of peanut butter. And pack of strawberry jam. I had a piece of bread. Well, I guess I could eat it on crackers, couldn't I? And there is an oatmeal cookie. So I got 2 cookies. These are the entrees. I can't read it. Well, instead of reading it, it comes with a card that tells you what they are. One of them is peas and tomato sauce. Delicious. And the other one is rice with vegetables. These are actually made where they're halal or whatever that is, friendly. Basically, they're vegetarian. There's no meat in them. There's nothing offensive to any religion, which would be nice if there was. But, I mean, not to offend anyone, but to help me out. And in the accessory pack, you get a spoon, a napkin, a fresh wipe, which I need right now, crushed red pepper, and 2 packs of sugar. I don't know what that's for, but I guess if you had something to drink, that'd be nice. Salt and pepper, book of matches, I can always use those. A spoon and a napkin. But as for this fresh wipe, I actually injured myself earlier, so I'll go ahead and rinse that off with this. All right, guys, like I said, probably won't be much more filming tonight. Got my sleeping bag in there. I'm ready to go as soon as the sun goes down, but I am whooped. So if I don't see you again tonight, I'll see you in the morning. Hey guys, welcome back. As you can tell, I'm not in Ozark now, or the Mark Twain National Forest anymore. This is going to be probably the worst video I've ever made. It's so chopped up and doesn't make any sense. But what it basically was a flying trip to Arkansas and back with an overnight stay in Arkansas with Flatbroke Outdoors at his house. Then the next night I stayed in Mark Twain National Forest. About 1:30 that morning, I woke up and it was thundering and lightning. I mean, and I was laying there just listening. Man, it was so, I just was enjoying it. Then it dawned on me that I'd driven through two creeks getting to where I was at. And I don't know if you know anything about that part of the country, but when it comes a good thunderstorm, the watershed off all those mountains around there will fill a creek quick. So it just hit my mind, hey, wait a minute, I need to get out of here while I can. So at 1:30 in the morning, I'm taking my tent down, my sleeping bag. I didn't roll anything up, pack anything up. I shoved it, in the back seat of that truck, and I got out of there. Well, when I got out of there, I made it back to civilization. Found me a cup of coffee, and I just put Iowa in the GPS, and I hit the road. So by 8:30, 9 o'clock next morning, I was sitting at home with no video to show for it. So if this video is a little messed up, that is the reason behind it, which I know it's not a good reason. I ought to really apply myself, I'm sure. But if you've watched this long, now you know what happened. Thanks for watching, guys.